All right, here we are back with this project. Everything's cleaned up and ready to go. I think I got everything I need. It's also hotter than hell sweatshop down here right now, so it's gonna make that more pleasant. And because no electricity in here, I have to decide between fan and lights. And I tell you which one I'm gonna choose, so we're just gonna make the best of this. And we're gonna get started on that right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm $1 Man. 1650 draft control linkage, or your 3-point linkage on here, sheared off a pin. If I put you right there, I think you can see what's happening. But this is the arm that needs to be pinned to the shaft. And I got it, it would not normally be in this position right here, but I got it to where I think I can drive a pin in it. Because it's gonna be normally like, I think like this. See, the maximum travel it would be. Okay, now, I could not find anywhere a solid pin. So I'm gonna use a spiral pin, much to the dismay of probably people watching. And if I wasn't a total dum-dum, you know, I could do this and get my levers out of the way. And kind of get it started close by. Because it's going to be a trick to get it just perfect. There. I believe. Yeah, okay. I think what I want to do before it's all said and done is I'm going to tie a wire, like a mechanic's wire, through that, or whatever kind of wire I can get through it, just to keep things where they ought be. So if that's down, then that's up. This link was in there like this. Now, if I put that on there like that. All right, sometimes the camera gives me the case of the stupids, but I think I got it now, the way it's supposed to be, I hope. Everything moves, and I hope that's the way it's supposed to be. So I'm hoping that when we get it fired up here in a minute, it's gonna go down. I would fire it up now, but then it'll shoot oil all over the place, and we don't want that. But at least this way, things happen and orientations move. So I'm gonna say that that's the way she should be. We'll find out, you know. It'll either work or it won't. But that's the way it was. And, you know, the only difference is our thing had, you know, busted that off. So we should be good. Okay. Now that I've thoroughly confused everybody, including myself, with everything, we're gonna put these arms back on. For our remotes. And more likely than not, what we're gonna do is we're gonna struggle. We need to be about right there. I think we need to be in a little more. I had this all laid out neatly so that everything would go back together. It needs to go up a little bit. Sometimes life gives people lemons. In my case, it always seems to give me a steaming pile of not lemons. There. We'll tighten it in a minute. I want to get that other one on there too. And then I also want to do something else before my ADD brain forgets it, which you probably won't see off camera, but I forgot to put the E-clips, or E-rings as some people like to call them. I like to call them those stupid little things that are impossible to get on there. But I forgot to put them on the link here. There. Okay. We're getting it. No, bovines, you don't need to start in. There's no reason for you to start. All right, if we get that in a minute tightened up, that should be good. But they need to be about right there. That seems right. Because we've got to have room for this to do that. So see, they can't be any more than that. It'll all work out, I promise. It's made to do this. I promise. You wouldn't think that the extra little bit of heat would make things miserable out here, but it does. I think it'd kind of be nice to have an air-conditioned shop, more than even a heated shop. It's easier to work frozen than it is to work. I'm impressed. I didn't even twist that off yet. All right. There are those. The way they're supposed to be, kind of. What else do we have to do in here? I think we're ready to start our process of the top. Whew, it's hot. Now, we should have a whole baggie somewhere of O-rings for this project, because it takes a bundle of them. And what we're gonna do is struggle. No. We got to take the O-rings off these little tubes and replace them. And it's going to be a fun time. I'm here to tell you, it's going to be a fun time. I'm going to clean up stuff as I go, which you may or may not see. This will be time consuming. Kind of. That's just the way she goes. I should probably, to maximize efficiency, I should clean all these up first and then start reassembly, so I don't have grease all over my hands while I'm trying to clean, because that kind of defeats the purpose. So we're going to take all the others, get the O-rings off of them, which hopefully makes sense. So we have to be super careful now that we don't accidentally drop something down in there that we can't get back, because that would be sad, wouldn't it? We don't want to have to take the whole shebang loose. Well, the camera says it turned off because it was too hot, but I think it's because it was bored. I mean, I'm not doing anything exciting. But I'm ready to put this top cover back on, which is fun, because you have to get those little doodies into the little pins on the lid, and that can be a trick sometime. Let's get it propped up there. Let's go to the front. Maybe I can see what I'm doing somewhat more better. But I know they gotta go forward. I mean, it's gotta go about right there. That's what we want. You want to be able to go both directions, or you know you ain't got it. I'm pretty sure I got it on the first try. Feels right anyway. And you'll notice then, if you do it right, one lever is slightly forward of the other, much like parts of your body, one side hangs lower than the other. Same type of idea. All right, crisis averted. I'm glad that I phoned a friend, because I guessed wrong. I was thinking that that beveled side went towards the valve, but this one, when I took it apart, was the other way. So why that happened or when that happened, I don't know. But luckily we weren't too far along that we couldn't fix it right now. It does make more sense that the beveled side is there, because then it will clear this up here more better. So, sure, luckily, like I said, that was the crisis averted. I think what I'm going to do is struggle. Well, we all know that. I'll put my tubes back in here, so we can start again, like we did a minute ago. Is it gonna go? I don't know. Okay. See, we're gonna gently. Nope, that one's not right this time. Neither one is. Missed it. No. I need to do it from the front again. My system from the front usually works. There. That's what we want. All right. I'm exhausted now just from the mere sweating through. Yeah. It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. But I'm happy we're on the downhill slide here. I hope we're on the downhill slide. All right, you might be thinking now, it's time to try it out. Almost. I want to change this hydraulic hose. I was going to do both and go back to the original, loop it around the axle. However, the Stuff You Need store does not have the Stuff You Need, and they only had one. So I'm going to do the crappy one. This other one's a practically new hose, but at some point I will acquire another one and switch them the other 3. I'll acquire 3, is what I'm saying. Right now, I'm trying to minimize the amount of stuff I take loose, and it's slowly working not very gooder. See, so now I'm gonna have to take it out of the, I was hoping it would clear that floorboard, which the floorboard is bent down, so maybe that will help. Maybe that will help bend the floorboard back up, original. Oh, now it's coming loose. The whole works. So, out of the housing. So I might as well start over on that too here in a minute. Let's put that out of the way so we can... Our linkage is going to be way out of whack. I can tell that now, because I better leave it down then because of that. If that link was in backwards and we have now put it the right way, it's not going to be even close to the right, or to the correct adjustment now. See, we're going to struggle. I didn't want to have to take more loose than necessary. I couldn't get the coupler out of the hose, otherwise would have already had it off of there. I'm gonna have to quit and go get a drink though pretty soon, because it's just miserable out here. I mean, we went from 60s to 90s, so I just didn't have any real preparation time for that. Good gravy. All right. Okay, friends, I tried everything to hard pound that coupler into submission, and it just will not go. So my plan is today I'm gonna just stick this one on the new hose, and I'll order another one because it ain't worth it. Life's too short. If I'm so motivated on a nice cool day, I might saw that fitting into and see if I can turn it out, but I ain't having no luck. So yeah. Now this moved a while ago, so I just as well take it the rest of the way out and clean it and re-thread tape it and all that. I see it's bent. That one's probably been in there a while. Probably been in there since, oh well. Life's too short to care. But it will work, friends. It will work. I promise. I bought a new elbow. I thought it would be so easy to just put all stuff on new and not have any problems. Boy, was I wrong. I really had a lot of problems today. It's a little bit goofy, but it'll be fine. Man, like I said, when it's this temperature outside like this, it puts the old brakes on your body. At least it does to me. And you got to work around sweat running down your face and can't see. All right, now the parts book lists about 4 different options for length of these hoses, if you want to go original like I decided to do. And ain't nobody got time for that, you know. Pick one you like and go. I picked the shortest I could get because I'm not doing no front mount cultivating. As I've said before, that was the reason why they were so long, was because you could take them out of the holder and then, you know what I'm saying. I'm having a heck of a time here. There. And you might ask yourself, why worry about you know, putting a temporary coupler in today? Well, these hoses always have some residual pressure on them. That's why people whine and complain that they can't get their stuff hooked up. Guess what? It'll work. I promise you, it will. Done it my whole life. It's just fine. Jesus, it's hot. And it's not even as hot as it gets around here yet. That's the problem. I'm not used to it yet. There. That's good enough for today. Now, if you're not a dum-dum like me, earlier when you were trying to get the coupler loose, you bent your bracket. So now you get to bend it back. There. Now this should fit in there, even though it's not. Well, I take that back. It'll kind of fit in there. It doesn't have the correct grooves. We need to put a little hydraulic oil in there. I wanted to change filters and that, but I don't feel like it in the heat. We'll do that later. We'll do a better service job on it later. And what have you. All right, let's fire it up and see how we failed. You only have 12% battery, so I don't bet you'll make it. But it was nice knowing you anyway. Plus we have all kinds of stuff all over everything. It's not gonna start. Just, oh, I remember, it's flooded. I saw the carburetor. I forgot to shut the gas off last night. Okay, why is nothing happening? Well, great, you raise it and it goes down. There we go. All right, so it's kind of working. I need to probably adjust it a little so it goes slightly higher. However, that won't help my it being all the way down thing there. Maybe it will. Anyway, I think what I need to do is lengthen that rod just slightly and it will make it more better. Okay, the camera's getting too hot and messing up, but it does work. Goes all the way down against the stop. Well, now it makes me a fool, but there. It's always done that. You can't slam it down. But it goes down, and then you put it up here, goes up, and then you still have a little bit you can lift. And that's what you want. Good deal. Do you enjoy seeing a basic white man in his middle 30s struggling at life? If so, hit that thumbs up and leave us a comment, because all of that stuff is supposed to help us out and grow the channel, and we can keep making more stuff like what you just saw. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.